I truly felt like God had forgotten about me. Why was I going through so much turmoil? Hey girlfriend, welcome back to Life with Janita Danielle. In today's video, we are talking about 3 mindset shifts that have transformed my faith, my fitness, and my finances. We're diving right in because I'm a firm believer that when you are ready for change, when you are in need of a great reset, girl, everything starts in the mind. Transparently speaking, girl, last year was so tough for me. Not only was I laid off, but the credit cards that I had paid off in 2023, those bills started to creep up higher again. I struggled with consistency in my health and fitness routine, and I truly struggled with my faith. While I am a believer, I grew up in a small Baptist church in Ediston Island, South Carolina. I truly felt like God had forgotten about me. Why was I going through so much turmoil just trying to find a full-time job? From constant job rejections, y'all, I'm talking about I had gotten laid off in December 2023. I interviewed every single month until I finally landed a job that started in September 2024. I had reached the final rounds of so many hiring processes for very large companies. And I'm talking about they were flying me out to their corporate headquarters. I was touring apartments. I was ready to uproot my life that I built here near Atlanta and relocate to a neighboring state for a job opportunity. That job fell through. I was so devastated when I got that rejection email. However, 3 weeks later, that company eliminated the entire department. Yes, within the same month that they had interviewed me, flew me out to their headquarters, and sent me a rejection email, they also eliminated that entire department. Last year, I should say, taught me to truly trust the timing of my life. Had I uprooted my life that I built here, my friends, my family, my community, and moved to that state in that town where I knew no one, only to be laid off yet again just a few weeks later, I would have been devastated. And to be honest with you, I was too invested in trying to secure another full-time job that I ignored my health. I did not take the best care of my health and fitness when I was laid off. While I did have the time, so much of it was spent just trying to find another full-time job. I did not prioritize my well-being. I only cared about trying to land that full-time job and trying to maintain my apartment. Because I faced so much turmoil when I was trying to find that job during my season of being laid off, I felt like God had given up on me. And I know that sounds crazy. It really sounds insane to say that out of my mouth. But the things that I was facing, what I was up against, and I know the word, I read my Bible, I own a physical Bible at that. I just felt like the things that I had been praying for, like they were just falling on deaf ears. But little did I know that layoff was preparing me for a liftoff. I'm a firm believer that you cannot manage what you are not tracking. And if you're not tracking it, are you even really trying to change it? This mindset helped me to realize that I needed to steward my money better. I needed to become a better steward over my finances. I wanted to show God, or I guess I can say I am showing God, that I am faithful over what I have now, so that when the time comes and He blesses me with more, I already have experience in managing what I have in this current moment. There's a scripture that corresponds with that, and I'll include that in the show notes, and I'll also put it on the screen. But I'm a firm believer that like you have to be content with what you have while knowing, believing, and having faith that God will do exceedingly and abundantly more than you can ever ask for. Girl, I am living proof of that. Because I was able to track my credit card debt and see exactly what the interest rates were. And I also enrolled in as many payment assistance programs as I could. There's no shame in my game. I would call each creditor and said, hey, this is my situation. This is what I have going on right now. I'm laid off. I'm in between roles. What type of assistance programs do you all have for me? I received a lot of help from my credit card companies to help me manage my debt with monthly payments that I could afford so that I could maintain the roof over my head and keep food in the fridge. One thing that I learned during my season of being laid off was that confidence is not based upon what is in the bank. Girl, your confidence starts in here and in here. What's in your heart determines your thoughts. Guard your heart. You know that's in the Bible. But also, again, everything starts in the mind. Because of the mindset shift that I adopted regarding my finances, I am happy to report that I have paid off 2 credit cards. While the balances were small, considering the financial situation that I was in last summer, I am proud of myself for adopting a new mindset regarding my finances. When it comes to your finances, I want you to adopt the mentality that you can steward what you have right now. You can steward what you have in this very moment. Your confidence should not be based upon your job title or the balance in your bank account. Those things can always change. Your confidence comes from your heart, and your heart posture truly does determine your future. The second mindset shift that I had to adopt is that I do not just want religion. I desire to have a relationship with God. And with all relationships, you have to be intentional about making time for them. This meant in the mornings, pretty much the first thing I'm doing, aside from putting up my cup of tea in the sink, I'm going to sit on my balcony. I'm going to break out my prayer journal, about 1 to 2 devotionals, and I'm going to have that intentional time with God. This also means that when it's late at night and I'm winding down for the evening, I'm closing out the kitchen, I'm turning on some praise and worship music so that once I go to sleep, those are the last words that I've heard about how good my God truly is. I said all of that to say, go beyond wanting to check a box when it comes to religion. Truly take the time to cultivate a relationship with God for yourself. Not what some famous pastor on the internet said, not what some TikTok page or anyone else says. Truly get to know God for yourself and develop a unique relationship with Him. God has pulled me out of some deep, dark places. I will not go into detail in this video. We will get there one day, I promise, but He has truly pulled me out of some deep, dark places. There are secrets that only Him and I know about that I've never shared with anyone else. I tell Him my fears, my wants, my needs, my desires. I throw big numbers at Him, y'all. I'm talking truly big numbers that I've never seen in my life, right? But I trust and believe that He will do exceedingly and abundantly all that I can ever ask for. As a matter of fact, this reminds me of a scripture that I learned about when I was in college. It goes, no eye has seen, no mind has imagined, no ear has heard what God can do for those who are called according to His purpose. Or maybe, no. It's what God can do for those who truly love Him. I mixed up that scripture a little bit, but stick with me. And I'll put the right scripture on the screen. But I said all of that to say, when you truly cultivate a relationship with God, girl, He's going to blow your mind. Just like Tasha Cobbs said, God, you can blow my mind. He can blow your mind, girl. He blew mine. A few things that you can do to cultivate a relationship with God is to be intentional about your time with Him. Dedicate 5 to 10 minutes to listen to 1 to 2 of your favorite praise and worship songs. Check out some daily devotionals that you can read from time to time. If you've got just a few minutes, you can read a daily devotional on the Bible app, or I'll even link some of my favorite devotionals in the show notes. The second part about that mindset shift of relationship over religion is that, girl, you have got to learn how to give yourself grace. Like, literally give yourself grace. I feel like because we have so many different things thrown at us, every time we pick up the phone, we're hearing about other people and what they're doing or what their standards are compared to what our standards are and what we should be doing and how we should be doing this. But truly give yourself grace. This is your first time at life. For many of you, you are in your 20s, your 30s. You might even be in your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, or your 70s, because I do have some 70-year-olds that are a member of my online community. But in reality, girl, this is our first time doing life. And so we're not going to have it all figured out every single time. There are just some things that are out of our control. Me personally, girl, I need a physical Bible. I love my iPad. I love my phone. And I do read the devotionals on the Bible app. But having a physical Bible means that I have to be more intentional about giving God his quality time. I'm not going to get distracted by an email or a text message that might come in. And I also like not using my phone when I'm having my time with God. I'll turn on some soft jazz in the background. But other than that, I don't want a notification coming in while I'm trying to read my daily devotional. So I'll link in the description my Bible I actually purchased from Sam's Club, but I'll link a couple of different options for you, as well as some options for daily devotionals that you can read as well. I don't even have time to review the last video that I recorded to see where I left off. But the point I was trying to make is that we have to shift our mindset from using religion to check a box and truly cultivate a relationship with God. Cultivate that relationship by giving God intentional quality time, stewarding well what he has blessed you with, and treating people with kindness. Because remember, you rent your job title, you own your character. The third mindset shift that I'm going to share with you today is simply you have to love your body for what it can do for you and not just how it looks. Girl, let me tell you, I know that we see the BBL baddies out there, or even the ones who are just naturally blessed with the small waist, the badunkadonk-donks. Like, I get it. However, we have to embrace our body for what it does for us, not because of how it looks. Embrace your body because it woke you up this morning. It allows you to move around your home. It allows you to work on your job. Literally learn to embrace your body. That mindset shift will actually transform your health and fitness routine. I also adopted the mindset, I'm throwing in a fourth one, this is a bonus, that my body is a temple. And I have to treat this temple with care, meaning that I need to move my body and also be mindful of what I put inside of it. Think of your body as a partnership. Your mind and your body are in partnership with one another. Again, I'm a firm believer that everything starts in the mind. Once you adopt the mindset that you love your body for what it does for you, you will begin to treat your body as the temple that it was designed to be. If you're not aware, I began my GLP-1 journey back in March after being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Being on this medication has truly transformed my relationship with food as well as my relationship with my health and fitness. Because truth be told, your girl used to love a McChicken. It used to be a part of like my comfort food. I think just from like my college days, when I would be really stressed out, I would take my dollar and some change, go to McDonald's and get me about 1 to 2 McChickens and bust them down. Okay. Thank God for growth. The thought of a McChicken now literally makes my stomach queasy. I'm not going to get up here and say, girl, you need to lose weight. Girl, you need to lose weight. Instead, I'm going to say, sis, take better care of your health, not just your physical health, but also your mental health, your financial health, and your health overall. Like, I like to say that I'm on a sustainable wellness journey, meaning that the habits and the mindsets that I am adopting are what is going to carry me through the remainder of my life. I do not want a get skinny quick plan. I don't want anything that's going to make me too skinny real quick, right? I don't want to be walking around here and looking like, you know those people. That's just not me, right? My weight loss journey on my GLP-1 medication has been slow and steady, and that is good enough for me. For someone else, they might want to lose the weight more quickly. That is their business. That is their problem. While I do have weight loss goals, I'm not heavily focused on the number on the scale. My focus is on how I feel. And my clothes fit a lot differently now that I've been on my GLP-1 medication for about 5 months. Those are what I call non-scale victories. Those non-scale victories are what keeps me committed. And slowly but surely, I'm even becoming somewhat of a runner. If you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, you'll see that I post daily fitness check-ins with one of my best friends. And I started taking the Peloton walk run classes. And I absolutely love that feeling of my ponytail swinging or my head swinging, and I am running. I am truly transforming into her, the woman that I always knew existed. I just did not have the mindset to embrace her, to welcome her, to cherish her, and to nurture her. Remember, sis, we're not focusing on the number on the scale. We're focusing on energy, confidence, and sustainability. Girl, let me tell you, if you are struggling in your faith, if you are struggling with being committed to your health and fitness journey, if you are struggling to grow a relationship with God that feels right for you, I truly hope that this video blesses you. If you learned something from this video, if you're here right now, can you leave me a gold heart in the comments? Leave me a gold heart in the comments so that I know you're here. If you have any questions or there is something that I may not have addressed, let me know in the comments. I'm here for you. My goal is to nurture this online community here on YouTube so that we do life together. Girl, thank you for watching today's video. I went through a little bit of trouble even trying to put this video out here. That's how I know that it is needed. I feel like out of all the videos that I have recorded for YouTube so far, this might be number 4 or 5. I think this one is going to be the one that brings new members to my YouTube family. And if you're still here, girl, let me give you a little insight into next week's video. We are going to talk about what it truly means to become her and ways that you can begin to reinvent yourself. Next week's video is going to prepare you for the 4th quarter. 4th quarter is for the taking, girl. Those goals, those wishes and dreams that you made in January 2025, I am preparing you to execute those goals by the end of 2025. You got this. We got this, and I got you.